Two Chairs No Waiting, episode number 793, feedback, trivia, and more. Two Chairs No Waiting is brought to you by the folks over at weaversdepartmentstore.com. Drop by and check out some of the brand new items they got over there. They got a Mayberry splatter, short sleeve and long sleeve t-shirts over there. You can go check them out in white, and there's some in baby blue as well. Go and check that out, or light blue. They also got some of these cool, since it's 4th of July this week, guys, American flag wooden blocks. It's got the American flag. It says Mayberry under it. You know, it's these decorating things folks say it around the house. There's a whole pile of those kind of things over at Weavers. Go check out all the different ones. I think you'll enjoy it. weaversdepartmentstore.com. Two Chairs No Waiting is also brought to you by donations from listeners like you. Tonight's episode is brought to you, or this episode, 793. The executive producer is my wife, Jan Newsom. Hey, thank you, Jan. Thank you to everybody who helps me put this podcast on. Jan runs Weavers, by the way, if you didn't know that. So just realize that there's that connection between me and Weavers Department Store. She is the runner, and I am the one who puts together all the stuff on their website. I do most all of the website stuff, so that's me. So who am I? I'm Alan Newsom, the host of Two Chairs No Waiting, and I love talking about the Andy Griffith Show. I would figure that after 793 episodes, you may have realized that. I don't know. So we've got some fun this episode. We got a whole bunch of feedback that I have been kind of collecting and not going over just because we've been trying to cover so many other things in the last few weeks. So we're going to run through some of that. We're going to try to talk a little bit about the Mayberry Man series because there's some news about it that's been out, and about the Mayberry Meet-up that's coming up in July. It is July already. The 19th and 20th of July up in Mount Airy, North Carolina. Definitely would encourage you to come to that if you have a possibility of doing so. We would love to have you. So let's get started on some of our feedback. All right, let's do that. Here we go. Let's see. This one is from Arnold. Maybe it's Arnold. And it's about the episode, The Horse Trader, that just came out last week. And this one, it says, it's, as always, a great show, Alan. Thank you. Thank you very much. To me, the intro to the episode where Andy and Barney are discussing the stamp machine, I wouldn't buy a stamp for that machine, is related to the main content. And I guess it is, but it just doesn't connect in my brain. Because I mentioned last week, there's a lot of disconnected things like that I can't ever figure out what episode it was in. Anyway, he says it connects to the main content, is his opinion. He says, I recall that in regard to the stamp machine, Andy observes that Barney doesn't like change. That is what he's talking about. I'm against change. Barney's talking about it. Then they go to town council meeting, and Barney is the only one that's against change and selling the cannon. Yes, that is a completely true statement. He is against selling the cannon, and yeah, he is against change. Now, will that help me remember which episode that conversation occurs in? Unlikely. But thank you very much for taking time to write me on this. These comments mostly, guys, are coming from over on YouTube because I found a whole bunch of comments over there. Speaking of this same question, we had a voicemail that's related to that particular episode, 792. He actually had called in before this episode came out. So let's hear what he has to say and see if we can't.
One of my favorite scenes or sayings is when Barney and Andy are getting ready to go vote on keeping the cannon. And Barney says to Andy, "You always take so long to get ready." And Andy, while he's fidgeting in the mirror and playing with his face, he says, "Well, you know how it is when you're good looking."
So that was from Guy Green, and he was talking about the horse trader, because I mentioned in that there's a lot of good quotes, and that was his comment that he called in and talking about that particular episode. So thank you, Guy. Thanks for taking time to do that. I really appreciate it. So we have lots of comments. So let's go on to the next one. This particular one is related to the episode number 791, Mayberry tribute artist Christy McLendon. And Van Moody says, this was a special interview with a special lady in Christy McClendon. Thanks, Alan. Thank you. And wow, it was so fun to have her on there. There's several comments related. Now, this one is also about the horse trader, this next one. And this is from Sharon. She said, I had never picked up on the roller skates before. If you remember, I mentioned last week that Opie was trying to trade for roller skates, but he had just gotten brand new roller skates 3 episodes before from Ben Weaver. So that's what she's talking about. Only got a couple of the trivia questions right, but I sure had fun trying to think of the answers. Hope you have a great Mayberry week. Well, thank you very much, Sharon, and I hope you always enjoy the trivia. I've been trying to do trivia almost every episode, and Paul Mulik has been kind enough to provide some trivia to do it with. So again, another one from Deborah about the Horse Trader episode, number 792. Said, great episode. Always a great podcast / video. Thank you for doing these each week. Thank you for listening. It's hard for me to believe people are still listening after 700, almost 800 episodes. I still have people listening. And even more importantly, they watch. They have to look at me. So thank you. Thank you very much. So back to 791 about tribute artist Christy McClendon. This is from Craig Smith. He said, I used to officiate high school volleyball, and there was a coach from the school that was a dead ringer for Mary Simpson. I showed other officials a picture of Mary, and even the coach herself a picture of Mary, and they all couldn't believe how much she looked like her. I told her she should go to Mayberry Days, and she would be a fan favorite. That's right. So we need more ladies like Christy, more lady tribute artists. So maybe she'll show up. That would be great. Great to have her. All right. Thank you, Craig. And this is from Linda. Linda Smith wrote in again about the Christy McClendon episode and said, hey you, I really enjoy this interview, especially because I'm her mama. Christy has always brought joy to me and anyone else who knows her. I met you, talking about me. She met me on one of the cruises. You have great talent. I had to read this one because actually I didn't. You have great talent and a gift for bringing out the best in others. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thanks for letting Christy shine. Wow. Christy shines no matter whether I let her or not. So she did a great job. Thanks for writing in. It's so surprising that her mother would think that was a good episode. Thanks. But we did get a lot of feedback about that episode. Here's another one. It says, awesome interview, talking about the one with Christy McClendon. Maybe you guys want to go and listen to that one because a lot of comments about it. This one said that this is a great show, Alan. This is from Dennis. I didn't say who the last one was from. It was from Eddie. He actually does Ernest T. Bass. He's a tribute artist for Ernest T. Bass, Eddie Kilburn. And this one was from Dennis Blaine. He said this is a great show. He's talking about the one Christy's in as well. Real Stuff Adventures wrote in about the 790 episodes, part 2 of the Mayberry filming locations with Cody. He said, thanks again. I love these reports by Cody. Great to see Mayberry friends on the locations. It's especially great to see the location of the baseball field in Aunt Bee's airplane and the airport that was used in that episode. I think a few years back, Rance Howard, he told, and then I got it cut off. I don't know what he said, but thanks for writing in. And they did enjoy it. Thank you, Cody, for putting that together. I got several comments about this one as well. Oh, this was really cool. This is from episode number 347. It's back from Mayberry Days 2015 special report, part 2. And this person, PG 1966, wrote in and said, Mayberry at its best. So I honestly don't even remember what we talked about on that episode. But this is kind of fun for me because people often make comments about episodes that were from a while back, and I don't remember them. I don't remember what we talked about or anything. So now I need to go back and listen to or watch that particular episode to be able to figure out what they were enjoying. But thank you so much for taking time to comment. I appreciate it. And next we got Robert. Robert wrote in and said, excellent content, makes me want more. Talking about episode 790, Mayberry filming locations, part 2 with Cody that Cody gave us. So thank you, Robert. We've got, let's see, Julie Gonzalez, or Julio Gonzalez, Hoon and Hula. I can't ever say. Talking about the previous episode from that one, which was Mayberry Filming Locations 789. He says, "You do an incredible Floyd." Wow, I didn't even remember doing Floyd during that episode, but thank you so much. That is very kind of you to take time to write that in. Thank you. We had Craig Smith wrote in about 790, Mayberry Filming Locations Part 2. He said, "This is just great seeing these filming locations. These may be two of my favorite episodes yet." Also, when Andy bought one of the stills out of Mr. Frisbee's place, he said, he's referring to a trivia question. Also, when Andy brought one of the stills out of Mr. Frisbee's place, he said, quote, "I'd like to say it's the only one, but there's 5 more of them where this one came from." So that was a trivia question that came up. There were 6 stills in that location. That was the trivia for that week. So if you didn't watch that episode, now you know the answer. Go and watch the episode, see if you can get the trivia questions. But thank you, Craig. Thank you very much, because I said I didn't remember that. I was going to have to go look. All right, so Sharon wrote in about the same episodes, Mayberry Filming Locations. She said, I loved hearing more of the locations. Thanks, Cody. I was close on so now she's going into the trivia again. I was close on the Luke Rayner question. I thought it was Ben Sewell, same actor, also a moonshiner. Despite thinking of Ben, I couldn't remember those locations. Thanks for another great episode. I hope you have a great Mayberry week. So thank you, Sharon. Thank you very much. So Cody and Christy, they're getting the majority of the love on all this stuff, and I really appreciate both of them for taking time to put together these episodes that they did. Back to Cody, Mayberry Filming Locations, Part 1 from 789 said, Larry wrote in to say, "I would shed tears because this is where it all happened," talking about visiting these locations. "I guess you have to understand me. This is the closest I'll ever get to Mayberry." So he's talking about traveling through Cody and the Mayberry gang that headed out there, Randy Turner, all of those, Dennis, Vicky, all you guys that were out there, Neil. He got to travel through you. And so thank you, Larry. I'm glad that's how this came across. And so I know Cody will be happy to hear that people enjoyed his reports and were able to travel along with him. Another one, Craig Smith said, same thing, same episode about Cody's episodes. Talking about trivia, he said he only got 2 points. He knew about Checkpoint Chicky and Turner's grades. "I love seeing the trip out to the filming locations. I doubt I'll ever make it out in person, and I'm so glad he took pictures and shared them." So again, thanks to Cody and the whole gang for letting us travel along with you. Real Stuff Adventure said, "Excellent feature by Cody. Nice to see some familiar faces too. Great job. Look forward to future episodes. Thanks, Alan, for asking him to do this." And hey, my pleasure, because I enjoyed it as well. So this is referring to the same episode, but it was our live show, a comment that was made by Larry Taylor. He said, "I really enjoyed the tour of the filming locations." This is from part 1 of Cody's reports. "I got to walk around Franklin Canyon a few years ago with my daughter and was surprised how many places we could recognize." He was looking forward to part 2 at the time he wrote this. So thank you, Larry. So here's a big one. This is from Sterling Hollowbite, and he's talking about episode number 788. Luann Poovey is Elizabeth McCrae was the name of the episode. He says, "I don't remember Elizabeth on anything except Gomer Pyle USMC. Well, now that you mention it, I do remember her on the episode of the Andy Griffith Show. But that's all I need to remember her from, because I love that show and I love her character of Luann Poovey. Thank you for this segment on her and the video of her at Mayberry Days. Before the camera zoomed in, I thought I was looking at Luann Poovey at the age she was on Gomer Pyle USMC, she sounded exactly the same. So if you hadn't seen that one, that's definitely something you want to go back to see. She was actually wearing the same, well, similar, if it's not the same, red sequin dress with a boa around her neck and long gloves, and she was doing all the singing. And it was at Mayberry Days in Mount Airy, North Carolina. What a great treat it was for all of us for her to see that. And going a little further here, this is from Go Plaid 1. Says about Elizabeth McCrae from episode number 788. He said, "It saddens me to hear of the passing of the sublime Miss Elizabeth McCrae. She was adorable on Gomer Pyle USMC. I'm just sorry I never had a chance to meet her. She lived a full life and brought joy to so many people. Godspeed and rest in peace, pretty lady." Isn't that nice? So, yes, that's a very, very good. And she was a wonderful lady. I got to meet her several times, and she was just as nice in person as you would expect. And let's see, Sharon, talking about Elizabeth McCrae, same thing. She said, "How sad that she passed, but what a lovely tribute. I've watched the Andy Griffith Show episode, but I haven't watched much Gomer. That will change soon, since I'll start binging that one. And once I'm done binging Mayberry RFD, only a few episodes left of that. Only missed one trivia question that particular week. So that was several weeks ago. Hope you have a great Mayberry week." Thank you very much, Sharon. I hope you continually have a great Mayberry week. Let's see. This is from Eddie, and he's talking about episode number 288. 288, guys. That was a while back. It's Ernest T. Bass, Thelma Lou, and the Fun Girl, part 1. So if you hadn't seen that, he wrote in to say awesome footage. Now, that footage that's in that particular episode, if you watch the video version, is from the Mayberry Squad Car Rendezvous that was held in Bradford, Ohio. This was years ago, and it's literally Thelma Lou, Ernest T., and the Fun Girl interview. So definitely something you would want to see if you have never seen that. So thank you, Eddie, for reminding us of some of these older episodes. So thank you. Let's see, Kathy wrote in, this is another one, 281, Jim Neighbors interview. Kathleen Thorpe wrote in to say, "You are a great interviewer." Oh, very kind of you. Thank you. You ask interesting questions, and the conversation was so easy and flowing. I tell you what, that was one of the very first. I had not interviewed many people at all when I had the opportunity to interview Jim Neighbors, and it was so fun, and he was such a nice guy. I'm sure I mentioned that in that episode from, I don't even know how many years ago, though. That was 500 episodes ago. Oh, my goodness. I've been doing this for a while. Go and check that out if you hadn't heard it. I think you will enjoy it. It's a very fun interview with Jim Neighbors. Let's see, from episode number 783, Ellie for Council review. The reason it says review is because I think I had done an episode previously called Ellie for Council, so I said Ellie for Council review. This is from Elvis Fan. It says, "First off, I want you to know I love your videos." Thank you very much. I appreciate that. "I'm 60 years old, and I love the Andy Griffith Show. I've seen them a million times, and I still laugh and wait for my favorite parts. Life can be so busy and stressful. Your videos remind me to slow down and enjoy life. I always learn from your videos. They are so interesting. Your trivia questions are a lot of fun. I want to thank you for making these videos and keep up the great work. Take care and God bless." And by the way, that particular week, whichever that was, and for 783, he went 10 for 10. Or Elvis Fan went 10 for 10. I'm not sure if he is the right answer. Went 10 for 10 on the trivia quiz. So congratulations. Great job. Great job on that. So this one is about Ellie for Council review as well. So Ken wrote in to say, "I love this episode. Love Ellie's face when she saw how ridiculous Andy originally thought of her running." Yeah. Oh yeah. Eleanor did an excellent job of showing her, quote, "Oh yeah, I'll show you silly," end quote, anger. LOL. I'm a relative newbie to this site, and I love it. Thanks for the memories. Well, thank you, Ken. That's very kind of you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. This one is about the Christmas story from episode 783. Fur Babies wrote in and said, rewatched Mayberry Man. Oh, good. Talking about Mayberry Man. And now watching the series. Oh, wow. Thank you, Mayberry Man the Series. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for keeping the wholesome charm of Mayberry spirit alive after all these years. I'm in my 20s, but I'm old at heart. I wish the world would go back to those simpler times. Wow. Thank you very much. And that is the intent and goal of Mayberry Man, both the series and the movie. So speaking of which, that's all our feedback. So we'll move along here and segue right into Mayberry Man because, wow, Mayberry Man the Series is now out. It's out. So all 5 episodes are out on Up, Faith, and Family. So you can head over to Up, Faith, and Family and subscribe. If you go there, you'll be able to subscribe and you can watch all 5 episodes in that first free week trial. So head over to Up, Faith, and Family and you can get a 7-day trial. You'll have to sign up like you're going to keep doing it, but you can do it for a month and then cancel before the end of that first week if you want to. Or maybe you'll find some things over on Up, Faith, and Family that you would enjoy. So it's a streaming service. If you know about streaming services, you can sign up and head over there and watch all 5 episodes. They're all about 30 minutes long, so you can watch them in a day. That's what I would do. I would binge them all. Boom, be done. I think you're going to want to because after the 3rd episode, you don't want to stop because you're like, oh, I'm almost done. You got to keep going. Definitely, you got to keep going. So anyway, you can head over there and get that. And we just found out today, if you would rather purchase this series, you can do that. You can head over to Amazon Prime Video, and Mayberry Man the Series is now available for purchase. You can't rent it currently, but right now it's available for purchase, and you can purchase it in high definition for $14.95, $15, or I think it's $9.95 for the standard definition version. And of course, Chris Stone is in the movie. Brett Varvel is in the movie. So and for that matter, Ashley is in the movie. So you might want the HD version. If you're just going there to watch me and Rick, the SD version, it will probably be fine. Rick Roberts and myself, we probably look better, a little less clear. I'll speak for myself. I probably look better. Rick, maybe Rick looks better, but let's be honest. So anyway, you can head over to Amazon Prime and search for Mayberry Man the Series, and you can watch it there now. So congratulations, that just happened today. Matter of fact, as I record that. So you can head over there and check things out. It's big news. Definitely wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that. And the least that can happen is you could head over and, make fun of me or something in there. So head over there and check that out. It's a lot of fun. The series is good. I think it's really good. If you haven't seen Mayberry Man the movie, it's available for free all over the place. Matter of fact, there's a link in our show notes for it. And I definitely encourage you to go see that and watch that. And then pick up the series because the series picks up after the movie. It's a 5-episode series and you can go and check it out. In the series, I'm me most of the time. So far, if we get to do more, it would be awesome. But if we don't, hey, I got to be in a series and a movie. But we've got plans for the series if we can just get picked up by somebody. If somebody would pick it up, we got some fun stuff that we had planned. And I can't believe that Alan in the series is not a podcaster. He's got to be podcasting. They haven't done that yet. They need to get me podcasting. I already have a set. I could just do it right here. I'm good. They could come here and video it. All right, so let's move along. I think that was the information I wanted to make sure I got out about that. Finally, and that last thing I want to mention before we do our trivia is we have coming up the July 19th through the 20th, that weekend. I'll throw it up big screen here for everybody that's in the watching a video version. We got the 12th annual Mayberry Meet-up. That's right, guys. 12 years we've been having this Mayberry Meet-up up in Mount Airy, North Carolina. I started it accidentally when I was going to interview Betty Lynn. I said, hey, I'm going to be in Mount Airy, interviewing Thelma Lou. And if anybody'd like to meet up with me, I would love to meet up with you. And we, and I thought maybe 1 or 2 people might show up, and it was like 25 or 30. I don't remember. So it kind of started the Mayberry Meetup, and this is our 12th year. I don't know exactly how many people are coming, but it's just coming up in a couple of weeks. There's an official t-shirt that you can get as well. If you head over to, if you just go to the podcast website and click on our t-shirts there, where you can order a 2 Chairs No Waiting t-shirt, you'll also see we're heading to Mayberry Meetup 12. It's got Andy and Opie on the front. And I've also got a happy 100th birthday barn t-shirt over there, and a Mayberry Sweetheart Thelma Lou. There's all kinds of stuff you can check out over there. They're not at Weaver's. They're at the 2 Chairs No Waiting store. So, but it all comes, like I told you, I think earlier, my wife and I run Weaver's, so it doesn't make any difference. You're not stealing from Weaver's if you buy things at the store. So one way or the other, I'm not trying to make money off of these shirts too much. So you guys just pick yourself up one if you'd like to, and come out to the Mayberry Meetup, where there's a lot of information. You can go and sign up. There's a link in our show notes for it. It's been in there for the last several months. So just go any of our show notes and look for the link of how to sign up that you're coming to the Mayberry Meetup. There's no cost for it, but we get together in the evenings on Friday and Saturday and watch some Andy Griffith Show episodes and visit and talk and have some contests and things like that. If there is enough people that want to have the contest, we have an amateur tribute artist contest. It's been really fun the last several years. We have several things like that go on before dark. And then once it's dark, we watch episodes of the Andy Griffith Show. Now, there is no options for rain. So if it rains, basically the option is you sit in your car, turn your car radio to the right channel, and you can listen to the episode that we're showing on the screen, unless the rain's so bad I can't even do that. Okay. So I hope you might think about coming out with us. And go and check out the link in our show notes for the 12th annual Mayberry Meetup. And we'd love to have you there. I think you would enjoy it. I know I do. It's a lot of fun to be there. So head over there and check it out. All right, guys. Let's see. We have one other event that's coming up that same weekend. Let me go ahead and tell you about that one. This is the Barney's Birthday Bash. Now, I believe there's some other events. They're having something in Morgantown on that Monday after this in Morgantown, West Virginia. They're having something there, but they're having Barney's Birthday Bash up in Macon, Missouri on Sunday, July 21st. So it's the same weekend as the Mayberry Meetup. So, but if you can't make it to the meetup because it's too far east, hey, if you're near Missouri, you can go there, because you're going to have Sean Dietrich, Sean of the South, will be there, and Randy Turner from our podcast right here. He'll be there as well. So definitely go and check that out. The information, I'm pretty sure you can just go to the event calendar. I know you can, on imayberry.com, and there's information there about how to get tickets, if there are still tickets. Hopefully there still are. And you can go there and check it out. And if you're not near there, maybe you can go to Morgantown, West Virginia. There's something on Monday, the 22nd of July, I think, is the day they're doing something in Morgantown. So, hey, lots of stuff for Barney's, or I shouldn't say Barney's, Don Knotts' birthday. I actually have on my Don Knotts 100th birthday t-shirt. I'm wearing it right now. So, folks, that's some stuff you might want to do. All right. That's enough. That's enough advertising and everything. So now it is time to play some trivia, if you guys are ready. So let's get our background music going. There we go. And thank you to the VW boys for that great background music. So there are 10 points available in this questions. I think we're going to try to do 4. Let's see. There's a bonus points. Let's see here. There's a couple that have bonuses. So let me see. All right. So we're going to do 4 questions this week and 4 next week. Okay. Everybody ready? but there's actually 2 points that you can earn on one of the questions. So are you ready? Here are the questions. Now, these are provided by our good friend and trivia expert, Paul Mulik. This week's topic for our trivia is injuries. Injuries. Okay, so if you're ready, you got your pencil ready. Let's see in our chat room, everybody's ready. All right, I think they're ready. They're betting that they're going to do poorly. Here we go. Question number 1. There's only going to be 4 questions this week. How did Gomer injure his finger? How did Gomer injure his finger? So remember, they're all injuries this week. Oh my goodness. Some of the folks in the chat room think that there's going to be some torn calciums. Might be one of the answers. How did Gomer injure his finger? All right. Now the episode, I'll give you the episode. I'll give you a little hint now since you don't seem to be knowing. Okay. How did Gomer injure his finger? This was from the episode Bargain Day. Bargain Day. The answer is not spider bite. Just so I'll give you another little hint. All right. Here's the answer. How did Gomer injure his finger? The episode was Bargain Day. And the answer is he got it caught in a mouse trap. It was caught in a mouse trap. Oh, I saw one person get it. Claudette Beeman, mouse trap. All right, good job. That's our chat room. How did you do? I would never have gotten that one. Spider bite sounded like a really good one to me. All right, question number 2. Only going to be 4 questions this week. Question number 2. Weary Willie the hobo claims to have fractured his leg. How? Weary Willie the hobo claims to have fractured his leg. How? Okay, so it's Weary Willie the hobo. So I don't know if it's even a hint, but the episode is Opie and his merry men. I mean, it's Weary Willie the hobo. Hopefully you knew that one. So he claims to have fractured his leg. Now the answer is not patula oblongata. That's not the answer, because he's asking how did he fracture his leg? How did he fracture his leg? All right, our chat room. I see him over there trying to get this answer. Okay, so here comes the answer. Weary Willie the hobo claims to have fractured his leg. How? Well, the answer is he was saving a baby from a train. He's saving a baby from a train. Okay, I see Pestilence got it right. Kentucky Mike got it right. South Carolina. Cody got it right. Lydia got it right. Well, a bunch of people. Saving a baby, I'll give you that one. Shazam Captain Marvel. Opie's Charity got it. Wow, a bunch of people in our chat room. By the way, our chat room, if you'd like to be a part of it, is available on Monday nights when I record this at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at live.2chairsnowaiting.com. Now, there's also folks over on YouTube and Facebook as well, but our main chat room is the one I'm actually referring to when I'm talking about the chat room in this particular thing, because I can't see those other two. All right, so if you'd like to be a part of that, join us on Monday nights at 8 p.m. at live.2chairsnowaiting.com. All right, so there's your answer. The answer was saving a baby from getting hit by a train. That's how he said he hurt his leg. He fractured his leg. All right, so question number 3. Now, this one is worth 2 points. 2 points, all right? Here we go. In the episode Otis Sues the County, Otis falls in the courthouse and hurts his knee. Okay? So remember that. So here there's 2 parts. There's an A and a B. Part A. According to his lawyer, what caused the fall? That's worth 1 point. And part B is what really caused Otis to fall. Okay? So there's 2 things. In the episode Otis Sues the County, Otis falls in the courthouse and hurts his knee. According to his lawyer, what caused the fall? That's A. And 2, what really caused the fall? A. According to his lawyer, what caused the fall? And 2, what really caused the fall? Okay. All right, so I'll give you the answer now. We already know the episode. I already told you. Okay, so in the episode Otis Sues the County, Otis falls in the courthouse and hurts his knee. Part A. According to his lawyer, what caused the fall? The answer? A slippery floor. A slippery floor. Looks like folks are in the chat room. A lot of folks are getting that. Good job, guys. And part B, what really caused Otis to fall? Part B, he tripped over his own coat was what really caused him to fall. So yes, folks in the chat room got both of these. So that's worth 2 points. So there's going to be a possibility of, wow, actually there's going to be lots of possibilities for points tonight. Okay. So that was 3. So you could have 4 points if you've gotten everything right. Okay. So here's question number 4. It's worth 2 points as well. Also worth 2 points. Question 4. What visitor to Mayberry walks with a limp as a result of a gunshot wound, and who shot him? So it's two-parter. What visitor to Mayberry walks with a limp as a result of a gunshot wound, and who shot him? Oh, all right. Folks are getting it in the chat room. I see them. I think Kentucky Mike jumped on that first, but boy, a bunch of folks know this one. All right, guys, it's worth 2 points. So I'm going to give you the answer. What visitor to Mayberry walks with a limp as a result of a gunshot wound? The answer to that is Luke Comstock. And part 2, who shot Luke Comstock? The answer, it was Andy. Andy shot him. Andy shot him. All right, so there we go, guys. So that's our 4 questions worth 6 points. So how many points did you get? Did you get 6? How did you do? How did you do on that? I would not have gotten 6. Our chat room did really pretty well. I'm seeing them in there. Great job, chat room. Grabbing the answers. I see somebody saying that Al Becker says he got 5. Kentucky Mike got 5. So we're getting 5s. 5s. I want to do my sentence. They're getting 5s. 5 of 6. 5 of 6. Oh, South Carolina Cody got 6 of 6. Congratulations, Cody. Good job. Paul Mulik is also in our chat room, and he said he got them all. I could make up the trivia questions, and I would still miss one. I almost am sure. I'm almost sure. So thank you, Paul. Thank you for sending these in. We've got 4 more questions related to injuries coming up next week. So make sure you're here with us if you'd like to hear the wrap up of Paul's injury trivia. Injury trivia. Oh my goodness. Oh shoot. My wife has got some Cymbal. Where did you get those? Sorry if I hurt anybody's ears by screaming, oh, shoot. She thinks she's funny. You're funny. Why don't you go in the old folks' home and wax the steps? Where did you get those? Where did you get these? She ordered real cymbals just to do that to me. All right, goes. I think she got them from Cymbal City. I do believe that's where she got them. These are brass. They're brass, right straight from Chicago, Cymbal City. Thanks, Barney. Thanks. You can be our honorary cymbal player, our standby cymbal player. Where did you get these? Yeah, she ordered. Okay, so they're literal. They even have the leather straps and everything. Goodness. Congratulations.
Now you have props for
That's good. My goodness. Castellano Marchers. Yeah, that's what it said right there on them. Oh, my gosh.
I apologize if it was loud for you guys. Sorry.
Well, the loud part was me going, oh, my goodness. Hopefully the audio software will type that down for you guys. Because I was like jumping. Oh, my gosh. And then I could see them over here off the window.
Well,
okay.
Decide whether I needed to do them from there.
You got to talk into the microphone.
I know.
Do I even have them? I don't even have the mic here.
Adam and I talked about where I needed to do it from the weaver's door or from the kitchen door, and we decided the kitchen door was closer to him and would have more bang.
So y'all were together planning on
Well,
this.
no, he didn't know that I'd bought them.
Yeah. So there's a conspiracy to have a heart attack situation for me. I see how this is.
No.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Mrs. Weavers. Those will be for sale at Weavers soon, I think. Oh, so hey, folks, I hope you enjoyed the podcast.
And he poor thing, he made me I was on the executive producer of the podcast, and
That's
I felt really bad.
Well, that'll be edited really out of the episode.
I thought, oh man, and I am going to prank him tonight after he made me executive producer.
I'm going to episode. That's going to get just when y'all hear the real episode, that won't be in there. Yeah, no. All right, folks. Hey, thanks for being here with me. It's always fun to spend time in Mayberry. That was pretty funny. Good job. It's always fun to spend time here in Mayberry with all you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you'll join us at one of these Mayberry events I keep telling you about. Try to join up with us. It's a lot of fun. Have a great time. I would love to hear from you, unless you've got cymbals you want to play in my ear. You can give me a call at 888-684-8415. You can email me at floyd@imayberry.com or just drop by twochairsnowaiting.com and there's lots of ways there you'll be able to find to get in contact with me. So I want to thank everybody. Thank you all for being here. I hope I didn't bust anybody's eardrums when I yelled loud there, but thanks for being here, and thanks for Mrs. Weaver. We got to clean up this chair now. Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great Mayberry week. Good night, everybody.